anytime.
Did you know that we all have a brain type, and knowing yours can help you improve your life? We'll explain more in a bit, but first, take a look at what happened when I let this doctor into my brain. I'm with Dr. Amen at the Amen Clinic, where you guys are revolutionizing brain health. What am I doing today in this thing?
So you're getting a SPECT scan, and SPECT looks at blood flow and activity. It looks at how your brain works. And we already put the medicine inside your body.
And what in the hell was that test that I did in this other room?
So you did something called a continuous performance test. It actually shows us your ability to concentrate.
Oh my God.
The camera is going to take pictures of where the medicine has gone, and we're going to get these beautiful 3D images of your brain.
Just one selfie first. This lighting is really good in here. By the way, the two things I hate in life, actually there's three: cats, tight spaces, and needles. I've gotten 2 out of 3 today. Half this makeup's gonna come off, I can't wait. It's in my private space.
So here, we're looking at unprocessed data. We're going to process it, but we're actually slicing his brain from the top all the way down to the bottom. And it's going to show us areas that are healthy, areas that are low in activity, areas that are high.
Please welcome Dr. Amen to the show. Okay, you actually brought something up. I actually had to do this twice because the first time you thought that I was The Walking Dead.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible. Oh my God, it was horrible. But I was sleep deprived. I had all this caffeine. I hadn't eaten that morning. I was sick. There was a lot of variables, but there were two different, like my brain was, you were scared. Let's take a look at the first one and let's take a look at the second one. What do you see here in the first one?
So SPECT looks at blood flow, and what we see, especially in the bottom images, is really low blood flow. So the holes, you don't have holes in your brain, but that means less blood flow than is healthy. And so you saw me look at the scan and you're like, whoa, that's not good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Yes.
You know, it's like a drug addict, you got hit by a truck, why does it look so bad? And then you told me you didn't sleep at all.
At all.
The night before. And when we sleep, the brain actually cleans and washes itself. It is so critical to brain function. So I'm like, okay, I'm not sure this is how your normal state is. Yeah. I mean, like, we have to fix it now.
Is there a magic number of hours of sleep that you need in order to make sure that your brain goes through the proper process?
So 7 is a great number to focus on. So then you came back a week later, you'd slept better, you didn't have caffeine that morning. Caffeine constricts blood flow to the brain.
I don't want to hear that.
Exactly.
And when we scanned you again, it was better, but it still needs some help. It's still sleepy in the front part of your brain, which goes with our spontaneous brain type, which creative, spontaneous, but sometimes impulsive and distracted.
Oh, that's him. All those things.
That's all those things. But let me ask you a question. Looking at my brain scan and knowing my type, what are those things that I could help get that frontal part going again? What are some of your tips?
So, I'd increase your exercise. I mean, you look like you're fit, so that's really good. A higher protein, lower simple carbohydrate diet will help you focus better. Often supplements, especially one I like called rhodiola and ginkgo, can help boost blood flow to the brain. And a treatment I like a lot called hyperbaric oxygen.
Ooh, that sounds
puts you in a
expensive,
hyperbaric.
honey.
It's not necessarily expensive, but with better blood flow to your brain, you actually make more money. So you think of it as an investment because your brain controls every decision you make. So if you consistently make good decisions, you have more money. You also are healthier.
Okay, you said that there's 5 different types of brains. What are they?
So balanced, where your brain is overall relatively healthy. Spontaneous, sleepy activity in the frontal lobes, but a lot of our creative people are like that.
Which is what I have.
Which is what you have. Persistent, where when you get a thought in your head, you can't let it go. But you want your neurosurgeon to be persistent. Sensitive, often therapists like me, and cautious, the people that are anxious, but they always show up on time. And so knowing your type really can help you balance your brain better so that you have a better life.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. Let's say we can't get our brain scanned at one of your places. What are some things that the normal average person can do to up their brains? Like, what kind of supplements would you take?
So brain health is really three things. One, you have to care about it. Nobody cares about their brain because, unlike you, they can't see it.
Yeah.
Now that you see it, I hope you get this thing I call brain envy, where you want it better,
Yes.
right? And then two, you have to avoid anything that hurts it. So drugs, alcohol, marijuana is not going green. Alcohol is not a health food. And not being overweight. I published 2 studies that says your weight goes up. The actual physical size and function of your brain goes down. So really care about that. So avoid things that hurt it and then do things that help it. Multiple vitamin, fish oil, supplements like ginkgo, magnesium can be really helpful. Eating in a healthy way, lots of vegetables can be really helpful.
I have so many more questions for you. Can you stick around with us for a minute?
Yay.
Perfect. We'll be right back with more with Dr. Amen. This is crazy. And this is